that would be minimal impact to consumer bills. So what I responded is to take her through what we did about 18 months ago, which was when we went through that exact analysis, identified that if we moved from 28%, I think we were at the time, to 55%, we could do that in one fell swoop while having less than 70 cents per month impact to the average bill. Once you get past that point, that number spikes pretty significantly, at least based on our current portfolio. And so what I also said was every year when we go through the budgeting process and the policy process, we look at that allocation. We will continue to do that analysis every year, and where we see opportunities to continue to increase ahead of schedule at a reasonable level from a financial impact standpoint, we will do that.
Good. And I think that we have the option of individuals selecting the energy choice alternative.
Correct.
So that's,
I didn't include that in my response, but you're 100% right. That is an option for individuals to take. I know we'll have an update in January on the website update, but I was really excited to see how simple it is for ratepayers to go onto the website and find information about those options.
Okay, good.
That's been vastly improved from our prior website. So
good.
I think we'll get some good feedback on that, but we'll learn more about that in January when we go through the review.
Her other question had to do with getting, when there's a call that goes out, getting notified on that. Do you address that also, or?
I didn't address that directly in her, besides saying that it is a topic that we have discussed in the past, have not made headway, partly because Reading isn't the only town that we serve, so it would need to be a multi-town solution. The question was around whether we could use the code,
shave the peak,
or shave the peak, but there's a particular, is it called Code Red or something?
Yeah.
Some kind of alert system for the town. Yeah.
911 is
yeah. And so when there are, serious communications that need to take place, they distribute that out to the town. It would need to be something that we would do for 4 towns, but only partial for some towns, obviously. So it gets a little bit complicated, and I think that's been a barrier before, but what I said was we would ask Jason when he came in as the general manager to have that conversation as part of his onboarding with the town officials and see if there's something else that we can do.
Yeah, and I think
if that's deemed appropriate by other parties,
well,
because that might not elevate to the concern that shave the peak is appropriate for that system.
The E911.
The E911 system. That's for alerts that are for life and limb.
There's a different
maybe
tier of alert or something that could be.
Well, and I think I appreciate her asking, but I think sometimes there's limits that people can actually achieve in doing that. And so to go through the effort to send out more notices to more people, are we going to get an incremental value back from that? And we may not, because we've seen already that although we do alerts, it would be more effective if we go to our major users, which are mainly our industrial commercial base rather than the residential base. So I think that's also part of the discussion in terms of whether the bang for the buck or the reduction that we're seeking to achieve can be realized, because it's not just once a month, it could be 4 times a month. And then that becomes a lot of calls.
Yeah, if you've gotten them 3 days in a row, right?
Yeah, because you can't predict the future, so you make your best guess of which the circumstances at the moment, and that can be a lot to try to manage for a homeowner. So I think there's 2 parts to that question: the technology part, can we do it? Should we do it? And then, do we get the value that we were hoping to achieve by that process? And there might be other ways for people to reduce their energy demand at peak periods through time of use programs rather than call a fire drill 4 or 5 times a month. Okay, thank you for that response.
Sure.
I think we need to be responsive
to the reverse 911 when I was in Hingham. I don't remember what the situation was, but I felt it significant enough to try and use that reverse 911. And in Plymouth County, where Hingham is, I was told that the sheriff runs it And what I was looking for did not fall into what the kind of that system is for. So I don't know, Bob, kind of to your comment, I don't know that, a shave the peak thing is gonna fly as the people that manage that program see it.
One more, just quick add-on, there was another question that you had answered, I think, of the same resident about, I believe, and I'm paraphrasing you, correct me. She asked if to go from 55 to 75% non-carbon, what would be the impact on the average bill? I believe you sent back some math saying it would be about $60 a year or $5 a month.
To be honest with you, I don't remember what the number was, but I
Yeah.
know
I think
Because
the
I
question
checked
actually
with,
100%.
well,
To 75.
Was it
My
75?
recollection, she asked, we're at 55 to go to 75, what would be the incremental addition to the average residential bill? I believe Paul responded back.
I know I did
did
respond
respond,
back,
yeah.
but I don't remember the response.
My memory was $60 a year, which would be $5 a month.
Okay, any other public
That's how,
comment?
hi Bob, by the way, welcome to the guys. I was a
We're-
little
we're getting there.
bit late, I know, but he would know. Anyway, but go ahead.
Yeah.
So anyway, go ahead.
Okay, any other public comment? Okay, thank you. I'm gonna pass it over to Vivek because we do have a new member of the CAB that we want.
Yeah, no, so we want to welcome Bob Castle, the North Reading representative to the CAB. Bob, welcome.
Thank you.
Wow.
Been waiting for Jason for 10+ years.
Right.
I know.
I've been in the business for 40 years and I'm looking forward to making a contribution to the board and to North Reading. Really appreciate being here.
No, thank you.
On the other side of the table now.
Nice to see things from all sides.
There you go, Bob.
Good answer.
Thank you.
Excellent. Okay, do we have any liaisons, select board, or any updates from any of our town?
Yes and no. So in terms of things going on in Reading, I think, the town charter was presented at town meeting, and I think minimally so, they approved it. There wasn't as much fanfare as I think they were preparing for it. I certainly didn't present anything, so I think the town charter is put to bed for maybe the next 5 or 10 years. It's got a 10-year review requirement, but unless there's something that someone brings up, it probably not much is going to change there. I haven't heard anything more with the schools, or the senior center, the recal. I think the structure has had an interaction with Megan in terms of what we can do or for solar panels, but I haven't heard whether that has changed anything on their end. As far as MLCA, Municipal Light Commissioners Association, they are holding a in-person meeting as a part of the Mass Municipal Association Conference, which is happening in Boston on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, January 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, and Friday the 23rd. The Massachusetts Light Commissioners Association will have an in-person meeting from 11:30 to 1:30. You're all invited. To go though, however, Mass Municipal Association has an entrance fee of $280 for participating members of the association, which being a part of the town of Reading, I think we qualify. And in seeking how we might get compensated for that, I was advised by our esteemed advisor, Erica, that we have a budget, a training budget that can be drawn upon to pay that kind of amount. And with proper paperwork submitted, we can get reimbursed for that $300 or so registration fee. So this will set the agenda for the year for that association. Most of our meetings will be online. This is about the only time, well, not the only time, we got together at NEPA, and we may try to do that again. But there aren't many times that we get face to face. So you want to meet other commissioners and CAB also, participate in that. There aren't many ways to find out how to do this job, and the association is, intended to try to give us some of the background and information that will help us understand what our role is and job is. And that's all I have this time.
You're right. Committee update. So I don't know that we've had a lot of activity, but do we have any updates on the contract or the,
Maybe we could report that
General
it was signed and this contract has been signed right, with the general manager.
okay.
So as far as I know, Jason starts on the 2nd.
So my question would be, do we want to move to, do we want to continue with these committees or are we,
I wouldn't think so.
what's the word?
Sunset?
Sunsetting these committees. Thank you.
Done their jobs.
Okay. Do we need to do anything official to sunset those two committees?
We do need to approve some minutes, so I was thinking in January, any outstanding minutes for any committee, they just clean up and then we can do what we need to do to pause it or.
Okay, we'll do that in January then. Okay.
But you can see if you want to replace it with anything else that's
Maybe
more
a
relevant.
policy review.
Maybe other
Exactly.
Subcommittee.
Exactly.
You know, if anybody wants to get on
Yeah,
that, we can divide and conquer. You know, any cab members and board members, we could take a look at
Yes.
policies that we want to
And
adjust or. not.
Rich did actually bring that idea as well, and I agreed we would put that on the agenda for January.
So what was the? I-
That was a committee to, subcommittee to focus on policies.
Okay.
More of a deep dive review, bring recommendations to the board and CAB for review. So we'll talk about that in January. Okay. Nothing else from committee updates? Okay, so the bittersweet part of today, which is recognizing Paul for so I did want to just take a couple minutes to thank Paul Hinu for your contributions as interim general manager. You came in at a time of change and we really needed steady leadership, you know, a calm presence, an experienced presence. You know, we asked you to support and listen to our RMLD team members, to certainly support the VOC as we were searching for a new general manager. And you did all that and more. You know, you provided experience, insight, guidance, the occasional humor, which is always welcome as well. So we really sincerely appreciate your time and your service to this organization and the ratepayers. We wish you the best as you return to your retirement.
Thank you. Thank you.
Um,
You know, it's been truly a great experience. You know, the people here were all fabulous, very welcoming, friendly. You know, I didn't have you know, nary a bad word, you know, in 4-ish months. It was a great experience, you know, kind of gratifying. You know, I was kind of out of the game for 4.5 years. Okay, I still got this. I don't know that I want to do it again. But no, it was a great experience, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to.
We really appreciate it and hope you don't be a stranger. You know,
I shan't.
come visit us.
Thank you.
Happy
Please
to
come
open
to
it
the
up.
January meeting.
Yeah. And so 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, as long as I'm off the 18th green light.
Yeah, pretty sure I'll be zooming in from wherever Palm
Palm
Springs or
Springs.
whatever. We could always bring our meeting there if you'd like.
There you go. There you go.
Got a budget.
It's a tourist town.
That's true. Good point. Anything else on that one?
Paul, just wanted to say thanks to, sorry, I'm not there in person, but this way you can see me like I'm the Wizard of Oz behind Pam's head. Anyway, wanted to say thanks from a distance. So really appreciate all your work and it's great working with you.
Great, thank you. You're welcome. It was a great experience.
Yeah, no, I think the CAB also appreciates everything. we do, so thank you.
Oh, you're quite welcome. It was good. It was a good 4 months.
And I think we're going into 2026 with excitement and stability, and
Yeah,
we're really
you know,
excited about
as it goes, the train is on the tracks.
And Jason's got your direct line.
I'm sure if I gave him my new number.
I'm gonna need you to leave that with everybody, actually. Okay, well, thanks, everyone. Approval of meeting minutes, so let's move on to that one. First
Okay.
CAB.
Can someone?
Move that the RMLD Citizens Advisory Board approve the following 2025 open session meeting minutes as presented on the recommendation of the interim general manager and the board secretary. August 27th, September 17th, October 23rd, November 6th, November 12th, and November 19th.
Any discussion?
Nope.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thanks.
Want to read the next one?
I'll read it. Read it.
Right. Move that the RMLD Board of Commissioners approve the following 2025 open session meeting minutes as presented on the recommendation of the interim general manager and the board secretary. June 17th, September 17th, September 24, October 2, October 23, October 24, November 6th, November 12th, and November 19th.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. I think we have to do a roll call because Rich is remote. So Rich, can we start with you?
Yeah, Swanson, yes.
Ray Porter, yes.
Talbot, yes.
Goldsworth.
That's the lack of
I think our only regret is that we couldn't have had a few more, but
Well, I was gonna say that's
Always
New
next year.
New Year's resolution for 2026. More meetings, right, Erica?
Yeah.
All right. Paul, IGM update.
Sure. So we're still slogging along, trying to integrate our floor systems so we can get started on the AMI thing. The once weekly calls are now happening 2 or 3 times a week. One of the vendors is continuing to be slow to respond. So we're just, we're having at it, and they had a call today, and now they're talking about an early-ish, like January 12th date. It's going to be confirmed on Friday as to a redesign of the bill to potentially capture something with solar, TOU, all that stuff. So not through lack of trying, but that was one of my hopefuls, that we would be in a position to start installing meters, but just it hasn't happened. But we're still having at it. There's negotiations. We'll talk about that in the executive session. That has taken a bunch of taken up a bunch of time since the last meeting. I think that's about it.
So from a timing point of view, what does that mean for the rollout? I mean, this was going to be done in 2 stages, right? There was going to be some meters installed and then the rest, right? So could you give us some sense?
Yeah, so until we get the system so that they can talk and build, we can't start putting the new meters in.
Okay.
So I had a conversation with Megan today, and Cogsdale, the company that's kind of standing between us and installing these new meters, is talking about a later January as a earliest date.
Thank you.
Other questions? Okay, so just looking at upcoming meeting schedules, we have Tuesday, January 20th at 6, and then are these other proposed the 17th of February and 17th of March?
On the high holiday, you mean March 17th?
Yeah.
Bob, what's up with that?
Shake, did you see the shake?
I see you shaking it.
Green
And a-
beverages at that meeting.
I mean, that'd be.
We can push either of these Tuesdays to the following week, but this is just if we're going by the 3rd week.
Yeah, I'd prefer the 20th of January.
20th of January is all set.
Okay. So you're saying the 17th is, yeah.
Yep, so that's just the 3rd week of the month. I just did the 2 third week. So if you wanted to do the 4th week, it would be February 24th. And it would be March 24th.
I don't think the February one's the issue.
Well, do we have a preference? Do we want to move the March 1 to the March 24th?
And my thought, so just so you all know, my thought was to just do a consistent day and week. So if you,
Yeah.
I'm okay not, where if it's not consistent, that's fine. If you want to do some months are 2nd, some months are 3rd, or if you want to just go all 3rd or 4th week, that's fine.
I think like a general rule would probably be nice, but an occasional adjustment if it falls on a conflict or something. So it sounds like February 17th should be fine.
Yeah.
If we,
But I thought we just said the 24th in February.
oh, did we say that? Okay.
Yeah, and then go back to the,
And then March 24th as well?
I'm okay with the 17th in March. Oh, excuse me, reverse. I apologize.
Okay.
Apologize. It's not the 17th. I apologize.
Bob, what are you doing now? So what are we saying?
The 24th on March, but the 17th
But
in
February 17th is confirmed.
is okay.
Okay, all right.
So now I got Tuesday, January 20th, Tuesday, February 17th, Tuesday, March 24th, all at 6 o'clock.
Yes.
Does that work for you guys?
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
I mean, I'm gonna ask you to.
Great.
Oh, I can do that.
And then any questions or concerns with warrant schedule? Or not? Okay, I think that covers our agenda for this evening, at least for the cab, and then you want to adjourn and then we'll go to a quick
Sure.
session.
So can we get a motion, please? Start meeting for you.
Motion to adjourn.
Second,
Second. Wow.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
That was a record, huh? I'll move.
Well, we're going to an executive.
Yes, okay.
Would you mind reading it?
I would mind it all. Move that the RMLD Board of Commissioners go into executive session pursuant to Mass General Laws 164, Section 47D, exemption from public records and open meeting requirements in certain instances under Purpose 6. To consider the purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property relative to 232 Ash Street in Reading, Mass. And under Purpose 3, to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining for the AFSCME, LMS, and CT unions, and return to open session for the sole purpose of adjournment.
Second,
And all those in favor, roll call?
Swanson, yes.
Ray Porter, yes.
Calvi, yes.
Coulter, yes.
Daskalakis, yeah. Okay. Thank you all.
That a
We'll move to
20-minute
executive.
meeting? Did that happen?
What?
Was that a 25-minute meeting?
Could you work?